The property market, yeah, I should touch on that because we call ourselves Boy Property, so we're meant to know something about it. I had an interesting discussion with a client last night. He's been selling a couple of around £1 million properties now, one for 12 months, one for 3 to 4 months, and another smaller one, a 2-bed flat, for the best part of 12 months as well. Now, we try to be realistic with our clients, and we try to say, and we do say, in a lot of situations, if the client won't be realistic, we're not going to take the property on. If they say, well, really, you know, I'm looking for 300,000, and we show them all the evidence, and they're not going to get more than 250, say, well, I'd really still like to try for, you know, 300 or something like that. So, well, I'm sorry, we're not going to take you on. Now, it's been slightly tempered by the home report, because the home report is bringing some reality into the situation. You can say, well, look, Jimmy, you know, your house is really worth 300, but there you are, the home report is 270. So we're really going to have to go with that, because people aren't going to pay more than the home report, or if they are, it's going to be very marginal. This kind of classic situation was, he's kind of between a rock and a hard place, and we took them on, and we can't, well, I'm hoping to get him into some realism today, because his wife's suddenly become interested, and she wants to know why they're all not selling, and she wants a meeting today, and she wants to be involved. So I'm hoping we'll get some reality in there. But what we're trying to say to him is, look, you just got to take it. We told you before, the market in Edinburgh is down 20%. In fact, if we go around and value properties at the moment, we are looking at mid-2006 prices. Now, there's a bit of uplift in different things, and there'll be a bit of bounce in some other areas, in particular areas and that kind of thing, but we'll look at the stats, that's what it is. He bought both his £1 million houses at the height of the market, and one of them he then spent £200,000 to do up. And so we've gone with him, because I know him pretty well, and we've gone with him and gone with him, but now is reality time, and saying, look, you've just got to go back to this 20% down. That's your starting point. Yeah, but I had an offer of 3, 4, 5, I think it was, for the 2-bed flat that didn't work out just at the top of the market. It's like, well, it's gone, it's over. It's not going to come back. It may come back eventually, but we're in a whole different world at the moment. The property market has been improving month on month over the last 6 to 7 months. And what it means is there's a lot more people looking at properties, but it doesn't mean prices are going up. People are getting a false confidence. There's more money around, the mortgages are around. What we're finding is a lot of people are looking at a lot more properties, and for the first time, I think a lot of people are saying, this is actually my money I'm going to spend here. I'm not getting 100% from the Building Society. I'm not getting 98%. I'm only getting 80%. And so £40,000, this is my money. So instead of going, yeah, I'll just take that, it fits the bill, I'm not going to look at it too carefully, if I don't buy it, somebody else will. They're taking time to go and see several properties, to weigh them all up, to look at the home reports, to see what it's all about. And even what has happened over the last 3 or 4 months, we started to get some closing dates. You'll get exceptional things, like a client of mine phoned me about a kind of penthouse flat, Maxwell Street, Morningside, built 10 years ago. And he said, look, this is the kind of house we've been looking for 3 or 4 years. We haven't seen anything coming on the market. We live in a big house in the Grange. We'd like to trade down, get a couple of cars in the garage. We can be away a lot more. £500,000–600,000 in the bank. This is great. And so I phone up the solicitors to sort of say, okay, we want a note of interest. What's the situation at the moment? And it's been only on the market 5 days. We've got 8 notes of interest. So I said to him, look, it was offers over 350, and I think the home report was 350. I said, my gut reaction is this is 450 minimum. It's so unique. It ticks all the boxes. It's got balconies. It's a trade down. It's Morningside. It's not a sort of huge asking price. You know, it's ticking a lot of boxes, not just for you, but for everybody else. And if I say then, so it's a special, it's a one-off. It doesn't prove anything. It just proves that there's not much supply of that kind of thing on the market. And I said, look, in fact, I think my starting point would be 450. You're probably going to have to pay a wee bit more than that if you really want to get it. In the end, he decided he didn't really want to get it, so we didn't offer. In other properties, for instance, Marchmont and these kind of areas, there's been a big demand, as there always is, for student parents wanting to buy for the student kids to let. So there's been quite a lot of closing dates there. Prices moving up a bit, but still not the old closing date getting 40% above the asking price or any of that kind of nonsense. That's just not there. And then another strategy we're adopting more and more, if we think there's a bit more of a demand, is putting offers around, because it doesn't close the door. Fixed price closes the door. It's like, if you offer a fixed price, it's yours, or we're looking for that or less. Offers over, people get a wee bit scared of, because it's like, oh, right, you know, it's going to be a bidding situation. Whereas we can lure them in under offers around, and we can get 2 or 3 people interested, then we can fix a closing date. And human nature being human nature, there's a bit of competition going, we can get a bit better price. So that's just a general feel of the property market. The volumes are down 50%, 55% compared with the height of the market, so that speaks for itself. Having said that, the mortgage figures are going up each month. But we're in a position where, with the credit crunch and what the government's doing, it's a very artificial situation, I think, because they're inflating, in effect, inflating money by pumping money in. There's going to be a day of reckoning when they can't pump all this money in. The banks are trying to make as much money as they can from every mortgage or every commercial loan. Now, any of you involved in commercial business will know that. The arrangement fees are doubled. The amount they're trying to get over base is much higher, all that kind of thing. So, you know, who could have predicted 9 months ago that the Bank of Scotland, Royal Bank, would in effect be owned by the government? You just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We had a great month in July. I'm very wary about saying that, because I don't know what's going to happen next month. I don't know what new thing there's going to be. There's certainly an interesting build-up of confidence. Let's hope that carries on, but who knows. So what we, as I said, going back to our business, what we've tried to do is push the estate agency even higher, do it better, get more volume in, keep the personal serve going, but try to reduce that as a percentage of the income of our overall business, so that we get a better balance than we might have got before, if things do change again. Anyway, that's a short thumbnail sketch of Boyd Property, the property market. I mean, I could talk for ages about the property market. Just one last wee thing, big for us, small for you, but the legal structure of businesses is going to change, might be next year, in that for the first time ever, legislation will allow non-solicitors to have a minority share in a legal practice. Now that's that's just the start. That's going to change a lot of things. I'm not quite sure where that's going to go, but what we're trying to do with our business, we're trying to build the strength of it in all these various niche areas. We don't intend going out into doing litigation or anything like that, but we want to be prepared for changes, because I mean, what last year teaches me, and I'm sure teaches all of you, is you just don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what the effect of this legislation necessarily is going to be on the ownership of legal businesses, but we sure as hell are trying to be prepared. So that's my spiel, and I'd be delighted to answer any kind of questions you've got, apart from really, really technical legal ones, because I'm really much more a business marketing developing guy these days than the technical stuff. I bring along Paul, who's a new breed of young lawyer, with me, not to answer these questions, but to do the technical side of what I get asked. So delighted to answer any questions at all. Great, that's fine. Thanks very much for listening to me.